guys, welcome back to Tradingofftilt. I'm Ryan. In this video we're going to be going over the Elliott wave count that I have for the S&P 500 index, or SPX. And the main macro count that I want to show you guys today is on the screen, and it looks pretty scary because we could call this all a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we could be putting a 5 up here. But the main takeaway from this count is that we could be putting in a 5 up here, but this could just be a 5 of one lesser degree, in which case we do something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up for this fifth wave. Now, we never really know exactly if this is going to complete this grand super cycle degree, or if it's just going to complete rather one higher degree of this cycle wave, which would be just a super cycle, where this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up for this fifth wave. We never really know exactly what is going to happen until it does. But I'll show you guys some price targets that we could be looking for to the downside for when this does top out. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and go through the subdivisions for this count. And like I said, we're starting out with a wave 1 here, which would be the top before the Great Depression. We came down for the wave 2, which was the Great Depression. Then we get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you subdivide this wave 3 as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This 1, 2, 3, 5 for this wave 3. You have the wave 4 up for the wave 5. And this wave 4 would actually all be an expanding triangle for A, B, C, D, E. So it would look like this. Then moving on, we get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you would subdivide this cycle wave 3 for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this wave 3 looks like it's shorter than this wave 1, but it isn't because we're on log scale. So I get to show you guys real quick. This is wave 1, and then comparing it to wave 3. Wave 3 is actually barely longer than this wave 1. So it is a valid wave 3 because this wave 4 does not overlap the wave 1, and the wave 3 is longer than the wave 1. Or rather, the wave 3 is not the shortest wavelength out of the 1, 3, 5. So therefore, it is valid. Then moving up, we get a 3, 4. This would be a very sharp 3, 4. Then going up, we get an extended wave 5 to complete this grand super cycle wave 3. And then this moves us into this section right here, which would have been the dot-com bubble and the Great Recession for the A, B, C. We'll complete this wave 4. Then moving up, we get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're currently in this fifth wave. And for this fifth wave, we could count a 1, 2 here. And this could be a 3, 4 here, which we just put in, or we're in the process of putting in. We count it up like this. So we could be in this final fifth wave, which would be of 1 degree lower, of primary wave degree. So we have to see what happens. Alternatively, this wave 3 could just be a very extended wave 3, and we could just keep impulsing up. This could be a 1, 2. This could be a 1, 2. This could be a 3, 4, and we could keep coming out for this extended wave 3. That's another tricky thing about Elliott waves. You never know how extended wave 3 or a wavelength could be until it completes. But I'm going to say, for the sake of this video, this looks like it's wave 4. So we're going to call the wave 4 in right here. And I'm going to go through the subdivisions a little bit later. I'm just giving you guys a brief introduction of what we're looking at. So if we were to zoom out, then this count right here, like I mentioned, would have us completing this fifth wave whenever we complete this impulse here, or this could just be a 1, 2, and we could be impulsing up in a more bullish scenario. That's the first macro count that I want to go over today. So let's hide this. The second alternative would be considering, so this would all be a triangle. We could put this in the proper folder. The second count that I want to go over for today would be this one here, and it's I don't have all the subdivisions. They would be pretty similar to what I just showed you guys previously in this one right here. But the main premise of this count is that we would be putting a wave 1 to a larger degree. So this would all be, instead of grand supercycle, sub-millennium degree. So this would complete a much larger pattern right here for a 1, 2. And that would mean that this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this being a wave 1 instead of being a wave 3. So this would be a 1, 2 as opposed to a 3, 4. And this would be a very bullish scenario because this would mean we're in a wave 3 right now. So we could be in the first of the third. And then we're going to come down for the second of the third and then keep impulsing up here from here. And we would get something like this. Now that's a little bit more of a bullish scenario that we could expect to play out. That's obviously going to take a long time for us to get confirmation of whether this is going to play out. That's going to take years even. But that's another possibility we could be keeping in the back of our heads as far as this wave count goes. So a couple tools we could have on our charts to give us price targets for the top of this wave 5 and also to give us price targets for where it could bottom out. First of all would be this fib channel right here, which I like quite a lot. Because you can see around this midline, you get nice reactions when it comes into it from below and also when it comes back into it from above. So around here, you get a bunch of, it kind of dances around this midline quite a lot. You get rejections, comes a little bit above it, but ultimately it never really holds this trend line, this midline right here. And then we come back below it, bounce off the bottom line, go back up to test the midline again, and we finally get above it right here, in which we come up to test this top line. Then we come down, we test the midline again, and then finally get dumped below the midline here. Then we test it here. And as you guys could probably get the point, where we test this midline quite a lot, which is an indicator of a good valid channel, which you want to keep on your charts. So we could see that even here in the March jumps, we came down and we tested this midline once again. And currently, a good target to be looking for to the upside would be this line at the top of the channel right here, which it depends when we're going to top out, obviously. If we were to top out right here, it would be a little bit higher, but generally I would say it's around 6K to, about 6K to 6.2K. That's one target we could be looking for to the upside for the top of the wave 5. Another one would be this channel right here, which I'm not as big of a fan of, but you still do get nice reactions around the midline, especially right here. You get one right here, and you get a couple here and here. And in this case, we'd be coming a little bit higher for the wave 5, which would make sense if it would be an extended wave 5. But if it's not an extended wave 5, I can't see us coming all the way up to the top of this trend line, which would be around 7.5K for the most part. That's another tool we could keep on our channel, especially if we get above this fib channel right here. If we make our way above this trend line and we back test it and keep going above, then another target to be looking out for would be the top of this channel. So some fibs we could be looking at in addition to that would be this one right here, which would be the 1-to-1. This would be taken from the bottom of this wick right here to the top right here, pulled all the way to the bottom of wave 4. So essentially what we're doing is we're trying to compare the length of wave 1 on log scale to the bottom of wave 4, because you want to see equality between wave 5, this is a wave 5, and this is a wave 1. Since this wave 3 is extended, you want to see equality between this wave 1 and this wave 5. That's what we're doing. We put this 1-to-1 on log scale to clarify. So this wave 5 would come up to this 1-to-1, which would be around 7.3K, and would also come into the channel that I showed you guys previously, right here. So that would be a nice target to be looking out for if we get above this channel trend line here. Then in addition to that, as far as the fibs go, we have this trend-based fib time tool. So we want to find equality between the length of this wave 1, rather the time duration of this wave 1, and the time duration of this wave 5, because this wave 3 is extended. And in terms of price duration, or rather time duration and price retracement, you want to find some symmetry between this wave 1 and this wave 5. And in this case, the 1-to-1, which basically just is saying the same length as wave 1 compared to the bottom of wave 4, would come in around July of 2022, which could be the top of this wave 5. Now, some more fibs we could be looking at would also be a little bit more locally, so we could zoom in. This would be assuming this is wave 1, 2 here, and this is 3, 4 here. And using the same logic, trying to find equality between the 1 and the 5, then we could see that this wave, for this 1-to-1, would come in about at 5.6K right here. So that can make some decent sense. If we come up to the top of this channel, we might get a little bit of an overthrow, or a little bit of it might overshoot this 1-to-1 a little bit, for all we know. And additionally to that, we have, let's see what else do we have. So this one I just wanted to show you guys because this would be wave 1, and if we're calling this wave 3 up here, we can see this wave 3, I came about to the 1.618, which is a pretty good target for the wave 3, especially if we put the wave 3 right here. Then it came almost exactly to the 1.618, which just kind of provides further evidence that this could be a wave 3 and this is a wave 1 too. Finally, the last flip tool that I have on my charts would be this one right here, which is basically using the same logic, trying to find equality between this wave 1 and this wave 5. So what we did is we pulled a Fibonacci trend-based Fibonacci extension tool. From the bottom of wave 1 to the top of wave 1, we compared it to the bottom of this wave 4 right here. And what we would be looking for is this 1-to-1, which we already came into around 4.5K. So the next target we could be looking for would be this 1.618, around 7K. But more realistically, I'm going to be saying that I think this wave 5 is probably going to top out anywhere around this 1-to-1 right here. Also around this 1-to-1 trend-based fib time tool. So anywhere in this box right here. So this would be basically between 5.4K to about 6.2K. So without further ado, let's get into some of the more local subdivisions for this section right here. We're going to be getting into all the subdivisions for this wave 5 right here, because I'm sure that's probably what you guys care about the most. Everything beyond the wick right here. So we're going to go ahead and go to another chart, which is going to be the ES futures, the S&P mini futures. Let's zoom into the 4-hour chart. Let's scroll over, and essentially we're going to be putting, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting this wave 1 to here. This would all be intermediate degree. And before I get into that, I'm going to show you guys how I did subdivide this. So I put this wave 1 to here. This would be a sharp 1 2 for an ABC, and then this would all be a 3 4 here for an expanded flat, and we could be coming out for the final 5th wave up here. Now I'm going to get into this section a little bit later, but before I do, let's go over here and show you guys the subdivisions. So I counted this up as an intermediate 1 2 1 2 3 4 5. This intermediate 3rd wave, down for the intermediate 4th wave, 1 2 3 4 5 to complete this primary wave 1. Down for this primary wave 2. Then moving on, we get a 1 2. Then this would be a 1 2, a minute 1 2. Then this would be a 3 4. So this would be a 1 2 3 4 5 for this wave 3. This wave 3 could actually end here as well. But you guys can see this wave 4 on this chart does overlap this wave 1, but it does not overlap the wave 1 on the SPX chart, so this would be valid. It only overlaps this wave 1 on the mini futures, so it is a valid wave 3 4 in my opinion. Then moving up, we get this wave 5 for this minor wave 1. Down for the wave 2, then we get a 1 2 3 4 5 for this minor wave 3. Down for the wave 4, 1 2 3 4 5, and this wave 5 would be ending in the way of an ending diagonal. This would be a 1 2 3 4 5 for this wave 5, completing this intermediate wave 3, which we move into this wave 4 for an ABC. Then a 1 2 3 4 5 for this primary wave 3, and then moving down, we get this as I was showing you guys, we get an A wave down here for an ABC. So this will give us a 3-wave move for an ABC. Then we get another 3-wave move for an ABC up here. And then we get a 5-wave move down here for wave C. Now, this is definitely not a perfect way to count it. You do not get a nice perfect wave A. This wave A is a little bit tricky to subdivide, but we could count it as an ABC for a zigzag. This would probably be a 1 2 3 4 5 for the wave A, ABC, wave B. This wave C would be a little bit tricky to count. And you could also put this wave 5. It is possible to put this wave 5 right here, in which case this would all be a 1 2 3 4 5 to complete this wave 5 in this wave 3 right here, in which case this wave 4 correction started right here instead of right here. But the main count I want to show you guys for today would be this flat count. I could go into some other counts in other videos, but for the main for this video, the main count I do want to show you guys would be this flat count because I think it is the most likely given all these scenarios. And that would be saying this was a wave A, this is a wave B, and this is all a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this wave C is a little bit tricky to subdivide because you get a 1, 2 here, so you get a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this wave 1. Then for this wave 3, you don't get a nice wave 4 because this wave 4 would be very short compared to this wave 2. We could already see this wave 2 took a lot longer than this wave 4. But you could get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the wave 3. And then for this wave 5, you'd have to zoom in a little bit more to get the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but we could get it. Then moving up, we get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're looking for a 5-wave impulse off these lows. We can see this wave 3 came to the 1.618 of this wave 1, which would be the target to be looking for wave 3. So I think it's more likely this is a 1, 2, 3 than an A, B, C, given the fact that this wave 3 came all the way up here. So I'm calling this wave 4 down here. It does not overlap this wave 1, and then we're currently in this wave 5. Now if we zoom in a little bit more to the 1 hour chart, the way I'm probably going to count this is saying this is a wave 1, 2 here for this. This would be for this sub-Elliott wave 5, or rather this mini-Elliott wave 5. And then this might be an extended wave 3 for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something along the lines of that. Now I did mention that I was just going to be going over this count right here to give you guys this expanded flat. But another option is if you put the end of this wave 3 right here, and this is all going to be wave 3, 4 of a lesser degree, 5 up here, then you could say this is all a 5-wave move for the A wave of a zigzag, in which case we came up for the wave B, and now we're gonna come down for the wave C. So that would look like this. And like I mentioned to you guys earlier, I think it's less likely this is an ABC because this wave 3 comes up to the 1.618 of this wave 1. So I'm not going to be considering this as likely, but it is a possibility, especially if we start making our way down in the way of a 5-wave impulse, like so. Then we have to consider this as a possibility that this could just be an A wave down here. This could all be a B wave, and we're going to come down for the C wave. Now, of course, like I mentioned to you guys in all my videos, the target you'd be looking out for would be the 1-to-1 of this wave A. So you want to look for equality between the A and the C. So that would give us price targets around about 4K. Alright, that's about all I wanted to cover in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video and in the Discord server. Link down below in the description. Take care. Bye.